Good morning, traders. This is your opening bell with me, Adam Harris. So, welcome. First of all, it is Friday the 20th of January. As frightening as it is, it looks like we're probably running towards the end of January, and it's going to be February, it's going to be Valentine's Day, so just make sure you start buying something for your girlfriend now. Just kidding, I know you're going to ignore it until the day before. Okay, so first of all, we're very light on the news front today. There's no major news coming out today. As far as I'm concerned, we've got the European Central Bank President Lagarde speaking. We've got some existing home sales out of the US at 3. If there's a shock number there, if there's a drop in home sales, there might be a bit of a spike in the market. Otherwise, actually where it gets really interesting is, let's just go and see in terms of earnings today. We've got Schlumberger and Ericsson. If you guys remember Ericsson mobile phones, they were leading at some point in the 90s. Excuse me, in terms of dividends, we've got the Bank of New York, Mellon, we've got FXGlobe and Colgate-Palmolive. So very, very little kind of happening in terms of that. If we go and have a look at the market, this is where it gets kind of interesting. So this week I was looking for a big correction, which would lead to a temporary stronger dollar. We've had a bit of that, but actually where it gets interesting is that everything seems to be doing its own thing now. So we've had euros looking quite strong today. It looks like it actually wants to finish near the highs. We've got same for Aussie dollar, Kiwi dollar, dollar yen looks like it wants to hit low. The dollar itself is continuing to weaken, so we're not going to get that correction right now. It doesn't look like it. We might get it next week then. But it's overdue now. The markets are overextended. They definitely need to do it. Where it gets even more interesting, again, moving on, crude oil is now looking pretty solid and bullish. Gold, silver are looking really nice and bullish as well. They look like they want to keep going as well. So we might just get one of those Fridays where it decides for the week it just wants to finish to the upside. With the global indices, they're also looking okay. A lot of them have had some really good corrections. So when I said everything is doing their own thing, what I meant was gold had a very minimal effort correction, but the indices have had some quite big, strong corrections. However, even if I go and look through the equities, including even Tesla, it managed to actually close above 125 this week. So that's doing really well. A lot of them have had some minor corrections and are pushing higher. So it's overall, I would say that it's been a successful week for equities, and I expect it to finish strong. I'd be surprised if we finished weak. Although we are due for a correction, the timing of it doesn't really make sense to have it happen today. It looks like it'll just happen next week. Overall, everything is looking really nice and strong. Bonds as well continue to tick high. Even cryptos have actually done well. Cryptos have been very reluctant to do a correction. They've done a very small one, similar to gold, just a very, very minimal requirement, 1 or 2 days down, and then they're already keen to go continue higher. So overall, I would say that this week, probably trading with the trend was the most rewarding, and I think today it's likely to continue in that direction. I keep an eye on the news at 3 p.m. out of the UK, but I don't expect any earthquakes at this time. That's really it. Overall, I think it's been a really fantastic week, and I think this week, today is likely to continue to be the same. So I want to wish you, first of all, a wonderful weekend, and I look forward to chatting to you next week.